On bonus day, the boss suddenly posted in the company-wide chat, "Competition's getting brutal out there. We're changing things up. Starting this year, bonuses are based on performance. Top performers get more, slackers get less, and dead weight gets nothing." The other departments went crazy. Boss is a genius. I'm never leaving this place. Hell yeah, taking the wife to Hawaii for New Year's. But in our tech department, dead silence. Mike, our senior engineer, looked like he'd been punched in the gut. "Boss, there's gotta be a mistake with my bonus. This says $8.88. That's basically nothing." Sarah, one of our junior devs, started tearing up. "Yeah, boss, my mom needs this money for her surgery. Can you please check?" Jake, the hothead of the group, slammed his desk and jumped up. "Mistake? You guys didn't see what the boss just said? He's talking about US? $8.88. That won't even buy a sandwich downstairs. What are we, beggars?" My phone buzzed. Private message from the boss. "Tech department's performance was lacking this year, but out of goodwill, we're giving everyone $8.88. Your team needs to step up next year." All 15 of us, from the veterans to the newbies, got the same insulting amount. Meanwhile, every other department was celebrating like they'd won the lottery. We're the technical backbone of this whole company. We're on call 24/7, handle every request, pull all-nighters constantly, and work ourselves into the ground. And we're the department with the least contribution. The room felt suffocating. I could hear one of the younger engineers crying quietly. I clenched my fist so hard my knuckles turned white. Took a deep breath. I'm getting to the bottom of this. We're getting what we deserve. I shot up and headed straight for the boss's office. The boss's office was like a party. People from finance, planning, and marketing were crowded inside, kissing his ass and promising eternal loyalty. Their big smiles made my scowl look even darker. The second I walked in, his smile vanished. "All right, everyone, back to work. Let's finish strong before the holidays." After they left, he waved at a chair. "What's up? Not happy with your bonus?" I tried to keep my voice steady. "You're right. It's not fair. If bonuses are based on contribution, then tech department should stop." He cut me off, taking a slow sip of tea. "Clearly that message I sent you was pointless. Sam, you've been a manager for how long now? And you still don't get it. Your team's bonus sucks, and instead of looking in the mirror, you come storming in here complaining about fairness?" Anger flashed through me. Perspective. Always about perspective. Earlier this year during raises, everyone got a bump. Everyone except tech. Not a single penny. When I asked why, he had it all figured out. "Your department already makes more on average than the others. If we raise it more, it'll cause problems and mess up company morale. Sam, you're management now. Think bigger picture. Just wait till year end. I'll make sure your team gets a fat bonus. I won't let you down." Sure, our salaries were higher than some departments that don't bring in revenue, but compared to industry standards for our skills, we were getting screwed. He'd been dangling the promise of a raise every single year, and this time, because he promised huge year-end bonuses, we all sucked it up and took it. I swallowed my anger. "Back then, we skipped the salary adjustment because you promised us bigger bonuses at year end. You said everyone would be satisfied." Clang! He slammed his teacup down, splashing hot tea everywhere. "Sam, watch your tone. The company has evaluation methods. The market's rough right now, things change, so obviously the bonus structure has to change." The market was rough, but our company was doing great, and every other department got paid handsomely. That was no excuse for giving us a joke of a bonus. He didn't let me respond, just sighed dramatically. "Do you have any idea how bad this looks, you barging in here like this? Everyone from finance and planning just saw you. If I let this slide, does that mean anyone can just storm in and yell at me? If everyone acted like you, how would this company even function?" I stared him down, teeth clenched. "I'm willing to reflect, but first, you need to pay our department what we actually earned." He slammed the table. "Everyone says you're this honest, straight shooter guy. Guess that was all bullshit. Does being a good person mean I deserve to get screwed? When they hired me, they promised at least 5% annual raises. In all my years here, that's never happened. The best we ever got was 3%. Every time, same excuse. We'll make it up when performance improves." Year after year, the company rode the AI boom to record profits. But for us in tech, our salaries stayed flat, dead in the water. Screwed? I've been more than fair with you. Let's be real, Sam. What does based on contribution mean? Your department just writes some code and fixes bugs. What real contribution is that? The fact that I gave you $8 each shows how generous I am. Write some code? Fix bugs? All those sleepless nights, all that effort we poured into elegant solutions to him, it was worthless garbage. My face turned red with rage. I ripped my ID badge off and threw it on his desk. "That's not what you said when the company expansion depended on us pulling all-nighters. You called us your strongest technical support. You said without us, none of the new deals could happen. So how come when it's time to pay up, we're suddenly the most useless department? You think you can just use us and throw us away? We're done putting up with this." I kicked over his trash can and stormed out, slamming the door. As I left, I saw people ducking back into their cubicles. They'd all been watching. I didn't care that I was the office drama. All I could think about was how I'd face my team. They were my people. They followed me, worked crazy hours without complaint, driven by passion and trust in me, and I couldn't even get them a basic bonus. My eyes stung. "Sam, we need to talk." Mr. Davies, the VP, blocked my path. He'd started here the same time I did, an early veteran. He ran HR and was usually calm and reasonable. He closed his office door behind us, shaking his head. "Was that really necessary?" I looked up, shocked. "Necessary? Mr. Davies, my team is counting on that money to get through the holidays. Mike's mom is 80. He promised to take her to DC after he got his bonus. Sarah's mom needs that money for surgery, and Jake, the company isn't a charity, Sam. We have procedures. We can't just hand out money because someone has personal problems." He said it so casually, like it was nothing. "Fine. Let's not talk about personal problems." I pulled out a chair and sat down, face like stone. "Let's talk about contribution. You said bonuses are based on contribution. The results say our department contributed nothing this year." I opened my laptop and pulled up the sales team's work orders. This year, sales brought in 20 new enterprise clients. That meant 20 new custom software systems to support them. If you'd outsourced development for these systems, each one would have cost at least $250,000. That's $5 million total, not including ongoing maintenance. Our tech department has 15 people making an average of $72,000 a year. Our total payroll is just over $1 million. On development alone, we saved the company at least $4 million this year, and that's not counting the ongoing value these systems create. You call that no contribution? Mr. Davies had nothing to say. After a long pause, he scrambled for an excuse. Well, nobody said you made no contribution, but your department's salaries are higher on average than others. I laughed bitterly. AI is the hottest field in the world right now. Other companies are offering fresh grads with zero experience $200,000 starting salaries.
My team is experienced, and every single one has a top-tier degree, yet they make less than half what a rookie makes elsewhere. And you call that high?
I pulled up the attendance records. Fine. You're worried about internal harmony. Let's talk hourly wage. There were 249 working days in 2025. Our team averaged 350 days. We even worked through Thanksgiving, sleeping in the office, to launch a client's new system. And on those 350 days, the earliest anyone left was 8 p.m. Latest? There was no latest. For 100 of those days, we worked straight through the night. That's over 5,900 hours per person. Based on a $72,000 salary, our hourly wage is $12. I let that sink in, then delivered the final blow. $12 an hour. The barista at Starbucks makes 22. When you work overtime, the company provides dinner and snacks. We don't neglect you. Dinner and snacks with a budget of less than $10 per person. We have to pay out of pocket every time just to get a decent meal. My voice shook with rage. Mr. Davies' expression hardened. Sam, you can't just focus on your own contributions. You need to compare. Finance and planning contributed way more. I stood up, practically rolling my eyes. What contribution? Denying expense reports? Oh, right. Our department submitted 50 grand in legitimate expenses this year that never got reimbursed. The boss's niece who runs finance just refused to approve them for no reason. I guess that saved the company money. And planning? Run by the boss's other relative who couldn't get into a local college, bought some fake degree overseas, and came back as a director. They spent the year making vlogs and forced us to build a useless app. Last month, they used the wrong photos in a presentation and lost us a major client. That's what you call contribution? The more I talked, the angrier I got. And your department, HR, all you do is make PowerPoints and fine people. Forgot to clock in? $200 fine. Messy desk? $200. Didn't say hi to the boss in the hallway? $300. I laughed bitterly. Incredible. All of you, such great contributors. Since this company won't pay us what we earned, don't ever expect us to work for free again. We may be honest, but we're not stupid. Even idiots know when they've been lied to enough times. I ignored the ugly look on Mr. Davies' face and walked out. I heard a chair crash behind me. So much for his calm, reasonable act. Only lasted as long as his own interests weren't threatened. Deep down, I knew he had a hand in this year's bonus disaster. I'd bet my life on it. When I got back to the department, 14 pairs of hopeful eyes turned to me. A lump formed in my throat. I opened my mouth but couldn't speak. Mike forced a smile that couldn't hide the pain. My mom's getting old. Her legs aren't great. We'll skip DC this year. The bonus. Forget it. Sarah wiped her eyes. Everyone just chipped in and gave me some money. It's enough for my mom's first surgery. They swallowed their disappointment, their tears, their sense of betrayal. My fists clenched tighter. The conversations with the boss and Mr. Davies echoed in my head. Then another conversation surfaced, one I wasn't supposed to hear. My cousin's son just got his master's and he's back from overseas. He's bringing a whole team. You need to clear out tech and make room. Perfect timing. They won't take this bonus insult. They'll quit on their own, and we won't have to pay severance. Plus, I've got one more trick. They'll be begging to leave. They thought I'd already left the executive area, but I dropped my glasses and went back for them, and I heard their whole disgusting plan. This time, I said, my voice rough, we can't just let this go. My eyes held the fierce determination of an honest man pushed too far. Why should good people always get screwed?